Welcome to the Growth Mode podcast, where real conversations fuel real business growth. Hosted by Nina Labbe, media strategist with Salem Surround. Get ready to listen, learn, and grow. This is Growth Mode.
When you think about marketing, you probably picture a website, social media, or even digital ads. But what about the very first thing people see before they ever visit your business? Your sign. So today on Growth Mode, we're talking about that visibility that starts in the real world, the kind of signage that stops traffic, sparks curiosity, and helps businesses build a recognizable brand right here in San Antonio. My guest is Abdul-Qadir Cassimjee, owner of Stallion Signs, a company known for helping local businesses across Texas and beyond stand out with creative, high-quality signage and branding solutions. We'll talk about what inspired him to start the business, the challenges of navigating signage and permitting in San Antonio, the biggest mistakes companies make with their signs, and how smart design can drive real-world ROI. So if you're a business owner looking to boost your visibility or just curious about how physical marketing connects to digital growth, this episode is for you. Let's dive in and find out all about your story. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Nina, for the, gracious introduction. I do appreciate it. I'm very excited to be here with you today and discuss these topics.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So you got to tell us what inspired you to start Stallion Signs.
Of course. So my background, growing up in Toronto, and my educational background has been science. I did pre-med over there in Toronto, and then I transitioned it over to project management and business. My first exposure to signage actually came from a family company. One of my cousins had a business in Houston, Dark Horse Signs and Graphics. And that really is what gave me my exposure to this industry. It was my first look inside. I got a hands-on experience on the production, customer service, timelines, what to do when things are going wrong. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. I was only with my cousin for about a year. And then after that, I moved into different positions at different companies. But I think that when my family and I had a conversation about shifting to San Antonio, that's when I really started to think about an opportunity of my own. What could I do to provide value, not just for myself and my family, but for the community and to employees as well. And that's when I explored the idea of starting a sign company.
I love it. So how did it get off the ground? How did you get the business off the ground?
Sure. So like I said, I've had experience in science, in signs, in Houston, and then project management. I worked with glass for a little while as well. I was really exploring the options and seeing what I could do that could, one, scale, and two, allow me to be a little bit creative and enjoy the work that I do. The fantastic thing about signage is that in this one industry, we're working on fabrication, we're working on production, we're working with metal, we're working with plastic, we're welding, and we're doing electrical work, all in one company. And so the opportunities to just be creative and explore and work with your hands, it's amazing.
Oh, the creativity is amazing. I was looking at your work. You do beautiful work.
I appreciate it. Thank you. My team works very hard.
Yes. So the name Stallion Signs, it has strength and, motion to it. What's the story behind the name?
Sure. So we're a company that does branding. Right. And in order to do branding, I had to make sure that our brand itself was very targeted. I wanted our brand to portray strength, confidence, and presence, because that's what signs are, right? They display your strength, they display your branding, and they make sure that you stand out in your area with confidence. You want people to know, I'm here, this is what I do, and I do a good job. And signage does all of that for you. When you think about stallions, they're wild horses, they're free. They're often known for symbolizing strength, freedom, and confidence.
That's right.
And so it was one of those decisions that happened very quickly in my mind.
I love the name.
Thank you.
All right. So what personal experiences or early challenges shaped how you run your business today?
So in the beginning, as with any startup, you tend to do a lot on your own. It's hard to get something off the ground and immediately have 5-10 employees to help you with every single position.
Yeah.
So the early challenges were really navigating this landscape and figuring out how to be in multiple places at the same time.
Okay.
I had to deal with permitting myself. I did a lot of production myself, installation myself as well. And those challenges, while difficult, they taught me a lot about being resourceful and about having ownership over my work. And I carry those lessons with me today about making sure that not just me, but everybody in my team takes a lot of pride in what they do, as well as takes ownership of their work.
I love that. That's such a great point. And it ties right into my next question, differentiation and brand philosophy. There's, plenty of sign companies, that are out there. What makes Stallion Signs different?
I think that every company does a fantastic job, and it's so hard to differentiate yourself because there's so many good companies out there. I don't know if we're necessarily incredibly different from other companies, but what we like to do is make sure that we're focusing on being a partner for our clients. And that means that we're not just trying to sell them physical branding. We're not just, having them walk in and saying, hey, we want to do your flyers. We want to make these large electrical signs for you. Partnership to us means that we're really sitting down with them, having conversations, understanding what they're looking for and why.
Okay.
Because sometimes that why, once we understand it, it changes the scope.
Oh, of course.
Because customers come to us with an idea because they may have spoken with other sign companies. They may have seen what's around in the city. But then once they start to explain what their goal is and why they want to achieve that, we've found that we're often able to direct them in a different direction, sometimes a more cost-effective solution.
Okie dokes. All right. So how do you balance creativity with functionality when designing for businesses?
So one of our main goals is that it has to be functional. There's so many tools out there to make everything look fantastic and be and allow you to explore that creativity. But one of the basics in the sign business, from my opinion and perspective, is that the goal of a sign is to make sure that you're visible.
Oh, sure.
Right? It's to make sure that you're visible. And that's the basic. That's the baseline. So you don't want to go so creative that your brand itself is not visible. There's different fonts, there's different styles, there's different colors. But there's, if you're mixing up all these different colors, these people that are driving by your location at 40, 60, 80 miles per hour, if they're not able to see it because your sign isn't simple, if it's not clean, if it's not bold, it takes away from the messaging. It
sure does. And you could have the greatest business in the world, and if you don't have a sign, no one's going to know that you're there.
Exactly.
All right. So what core values guide your approach to working with clients and representing their brands visually?
Sure. Just on that last note that you mentioned, if people don't know you're there, I mean, it's very hard to run a business, right? A saying that I've heard is that a business without a sign is a sign of no business.
Ooh, yeah. I guess you're right about that.
Right? If you're a business operating without a sign, then that means that fundamentally people don't know where you are. They won't know how to easily find you and access you.
And I've seen that myself. I mean, when I'm looking for a business and they don't have a sign, I have the hardest time to find them. I'm like, okay, this is the address, but where are they? So, all right, let's talk about memorable projects and success stories. Can you share like one or two memorable projects that really capture what Stallion Signs is all about?
Sure. I think one of the most memorable projects for me, and it was a large project, but I think it was most memorable because of the time frame it came in. I was still fairly new to the business, even though I've been in this industry for many years.
Yeah.
It was fairly new for me as being in my own business.
Okay.
We had a project for Alamo Colleges. They had a new culinary building that had opened up, and we had the opportunity to provide the signage for them. It's called Artemisia. That's the name of the building. And it was so memorable because it was, one, the timeline for us. It was a huge project for us at that time. And it was really a chance for us to make a name for ourselves. It was our opportunity to show that we can do a good job.
Yeah.
We just need the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Have you worked on any signage that became iconic or instantly recognizable, like in the community?
So I'm very proud to say that we've had the opportunity to partner for the last about 6 years with IHOP.
Okay.
So a lot of the IHOP signage in San Antonio, we've had the opportunity to perform the repairs, the maintenance.
Yeah.
If they're needing to rebrand a little bit, we've been helping them out with that.
Okay.
So IHOP is definitely one of our more recognizable brands.
Yeah.
We've also had the opportunity to provide and install signage for Buc-ee's. We do constant work with larger companies such as Best Buy, Walmart, Crocs, and Trader Joe's even. We were just out there to a Trader Joe's site last week or 2 weeks ago, helping them with some maintenance and repairs on their signage.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yes.
So what about the most challenging project that you've ever taken on, and like, what did it teach you?
Sure. So I don't know about most challenging. There's been a lot of challenging projects as we continue to grow and expand. But I think that a memorable challenging project for me was, again, early on in my career of having my own business. We had done this monument sign in the Stone Oak area. And this one was challenging for me for a number of reasons. There was a little bit of a learning curve there with the permitting. There was a process involved with not just the city of San Antonio, but with Stone Oak itself. And so that was a little bit of a learning curve for me.
Yeah. I can see how that can be challenging.
Yes, ma'am. But the real challenge came when we had the sign made. We were getting ready to install the sign.
Yeah.
And part of our scope was that there was an existing smaller monument sign there on site. Part of our scope was to demolish that existing monument sign and then install a new sign. Now, we had some equipment that was helpful to that scope of work.
Yeah.
And the morning of, that equipment broke.
No.
So we're all ready. We're set to demo this small monument, and our equipment broke. And my team at that point in time, I stopped them and I was like, hey, look, this is the situation. This was our scope of work. This is the equipment we have for this, and it's not working. It's going to take us some time. I can push this project back, and I'll speak with the client with full transparency.
Yeah.
What is really memorable about that project and that moment was my team asked me then, and they said, we've got these other tools.
Yeah.
We think we can still handle this project ourselves, even if this equipment that was going to be so helpful for the demo is not working.
Yeah.
We think we can still do this, and we want to do our best to make sure that there are no delays for the client. And so my team really stepped up at that moment, and it was a very, very proud moment for me because I realized that at that point in time, each of those individuals, they're not necessarily thinking about themselves and, we're going to have to do a little bit more work in order to get the scope of work completed. They all actually came together fundamentally as a team. And addressed the challenge, and they rose to the occasion.
Oh my gosh, I love that. They totally thought outside the box.
They really did.
And thought about what other resources they could use to solve the problem.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a great story.
Thank you.
All right, so let's shift gears a little bit. And we'll talk about industry trends and insights. What trends are you seeing right now in commercial signage and visual signage or visual branding?
So I think that one of the trends that I've seen that the majority of brands are shifting towards clean, modern and minimalistic designs with, with bold contrasts and obviously LED illumination. Businesses and brands, they want to be intentional. They want to look updated.
Yeah.
They want to be intentional about their looks, about their aesthetics. I find that medical offices and restaurants, especially right now, are heavily leaning into that contemporary branding because the customer experience depends so heavily on first impressions.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I agree with that. So how have digital printing, LED technology, or design software changed the industry?
There's been huge advances in the industry. One of the basic tools that we use every day has been LED illumination. That has come as a result of advancements in technology, and even LED illumination. There's still changes to that, right? They're coming out with more efficient technology to help save the customer's bottom line because it reflects directly on their electrical bill often. We've been starting to make use of 3D technology. What that means for us is we've always provided designs for the customer so that they know what they're looking at. They have an expectation of what it's going to look like once the sign is up on the building with them. What we've started to do is, instead of providing the designs, we've started trying to provide 3D renderings, something that the customer can actually manually rotate, look at, and it's been a little bit difficult for us as a team to address that technology, but we're having a lot of fun with it. My designers are having a blast.
Oh, I love it. All right. So what about some of the most common mistakes that businesses make when it comes to signage and branding?
I think that a lot of companies, what they end up trying to do is they try to design the sign around the logo versus focusing on the visibility and the impact.
Okay.
An example is we had a customer recently and their font looks so nice on paper. It's this elegant cursive type of font.
Yeah.
But trying to translate that directly to being up on their building, it did not look like it would have the biggest impact.
Right.
It looked nice. If you're stopped and you're standing in front of the building and you're looking at the sign, it looks quite nice.
Yeah.
But the problem is that people are driving by.
Yeah. Fast.
Fast, yes.
If you're on the highway.
So we had to actually show them through multiple design revisions, and we actually used a 3D rendering for this as well to illustrate the point. Is that by changing the sign to be a bolder font and a more solid font versus their elegant script would actually have a better impact for them.
You know what? And I think I know what you're talking about too, because I think I've seen signs like that where I remember seeing one sign in particular one time, and it had cursive, but I couldn't read it.
Yes.
I couldn't read it. It was like, I don't know what that says. Okay. Yeah.
We do have to design separately for the sign. It's not always easily translated from what your logo is, what your branding may be digitally, and then translating that over to the sign. And this, of course, is relevant to colors as well.
Man, that makes so much sense. So, and that insight is something, a lot of business owners can relate to because they may have, an image in their mind and, thinking that this is going to look good. But then when they see it on the rendering, maybe not so much. So on that note, let's get into compliance and permitting and all those local challenges. San Antonio is known for permitting, regulations. What should business owners know before starting a signage project?
I think that in my experience, what a lot of clients have shown surprise at is that there are permits for sign projects. I think that a lot of, especially if they've not needed to update their design or their branding in a while, when I approach them and we have a conversation about, well, this is our first step, is we need permits. They're a little bit taken aback. They're like, oh, like for signs you need permits. And the situation is that the city of San Antonio does require permitting for most sign projects.
Okay.
So that is definitely something that I always caution clients as we're starting that conversation. Your sign will need a permit, and you need to allocate time for that permit process.
Now, does the business owner have to get the permit, or is that something you can get for them?
That is a service that we fully provide.
Okay.
Yes, we're fully licensed, we're fully insured, and we're fully bonded where applicable. So we do the paperwork, we provide the designs, the sectionals, the details that the city of San Antonio, city of Austin, Dallas, anywhere that we're needing to complete the work.
Yes.
We provide the service of pulling the permits, and then we obviously do the fabrication and install in-house as well.
Oh, that's such a great, thing to take off a business owner's shoulders.
Definitely.
I mean, that's a lot. So, all right. How do you help clients navigate, the compliance issues or the location specific challenges? Do you just tell them, not to worry, we'll just handle it all for you?
So it begins with a good design.
Yeah.
As we're going through the design process and having conversations with the customer, we actually keep these compliance points in the back of our mind.
Okay.
So we're doing our best to never provide a design that will not be in compliance. It's been rare for us where we provide a sign, the client approves it, and we're going through the city, and then there's a small point that we may have missed in the byline saying, oh, your sign can't have this because it's in this area.
Okay.
San Antonio is very specific. So based on the area that you're in, it has different regulations.
Okay. So you've got to be familiar with all the regulations in whatever suburb.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And so our team actually looks through those as we're working on the sales and design process.
Yes. Oh, man, that is so helpful to know.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so let's dig into marketing, customers, and growth. How do you typically attract new customers? Is it referrals, online visibility, or community partnerships?
The majority of our customers are actually referrals at this point. If I had to provide a split, I would say about 65% of our customers are referral based, and then the remaining 35 are online or customers that our salespeople are actively approaching.
Okay.
Yes, and I think it's a testament to not me, but the hard work that my team has been putting into the business.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what's worked best for you in terms of, getting your name out there and growing brand awareness?
So, definitely, the referral portion helps with the brand awareness.
Yeah,
it's a trademark of trust. When people are referring us, it means that the person, the individual referring us, trusted us enough to refer us.
And
it
it's
means
the biggest compliment you could ever receive.
It really, really is, because it means that we did a good job, which is our goal.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's definitely the biggest way that we're growing brand awareness.
Yeah.
I recently completed the Leadership San Antonio program as well, and that has helped with brand awareness in the sense that like we discussed, San Antonio is a big city that often operates like a small town.
Right.
And so Leadership San Antonio provided me with the opportunity to expand my connections and my network. And doing that has allowed me to expand my brand awareness.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So what's your biggest goal for Stallion Signs over the next 12 to 24 months?
I think one of my goals over the next, year to 2 years is probably going to be to sustain the growth. And what I mean by that is I want to make sure that as we continue expanding, my team is taken care of. And for me, that means sustainability within the team, within the company. And that comes through making sure that our systems are in place, our processes are in place. And obviously, in order to maintain that, you do need to be expanding your client base, acquiring more clients. We do currently work nationally. We have shipped out and installed signs in over 40 states over the last 6 years. We plan on continuing that path as well and building additional partnerships with installers in other cities so that we can continue to provide our clients with national service.
Okay. All right. So I always love asking this question because, it just reveals so much about leadership and lessons. What have you learned about leadership and resilience as a business owner in this industry?
I have learned that leadership and ownership of a company means that your first priority is to take care of your team. It's a circle, really. If you take care of your team takes care of the business, and the business takes care of you.
So true.
So my priority has, over time in the business, shifted to making sure that I am doing the best that I can within my limited ability and capabilities to provide the best for my teammates.
Yeah.
Whether that's through incentives, whether that's through personalization. We have teammates who have certain requirements, whether it's time-based requirements or other requirements. And I'm proud to say that we actually go out of our way to accommodate them.
Okay. All right. Love it. What advice would you give to other entrepreneurs who are building their brand from the ground up?
I think the largest piece of advice that I would give is that you have to go after sales. If you're not building your sales pipeline, if you're not, whatever business you're in, whether it's consulting or whether you're in products or services, or whether you're providing a service like handyman work, electrical work, plumbing work, if you're not selling, which means if you don't have a customer to pay you for your work, there's no business. A mistake that I made earlier on was that once I had started getting a steady stream of customers and referrals, I stopped focusing on that sales aspect of the business as heavily. And I started focusing more on internal processes and systems. And what I realized very quickly is that none of these internal systems are worth anything if there's no clients coming in the door.
Yes, absolutely. You're right. You are right. So, all right. So, building a business, it takes a lot of drive. What keeps you personally motivated?
I think that what personally keeps me motivated is, first of all, when I'm driving around town with my family, I absolutely love showing off the work that we've done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll be driving down a street, we'll be driving down the highway, and we're like, oh, we did that one. Oh, we did that one.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a huge sense of pride and accomplishment, because the work that we do is so visible in the community.
Yes.
And if it's visible, it means you did a good job, right?
Yes, that's right.
So that keeps me motivated personally. I am actually heavily motivated by making sure that, again, my team is being provided for, and they're actually growing as well.
Yeah.
So it's and there's fun in this. I do genuinely enjoy the building process. I enjoy connecting with clients. I enjoy connecting with customers, and I can't stress this enough, but I'm very fortunate to have a good team. They've been behind me. They've been with me through thick and thin. Yeah. And like I said, if you as a leader prioritize taking care of your team, your team will do the best that it can to provide for the business and for you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. So before we wrap up, I want to ask you about what's next for you and your business.
So like we discussed, over the next year to 2 years, I really do want to continue stabilizing things internally and through systems and processes. Sometimes it can feel like we're a little bit unorganized as we're growing so aggressively. However, once we get that taken care of, my team itself will feel a lot better, which has been a very driving principle for me. But it'll help ensure a more seamless process for the customers as well.
Right.
And
okay.
With that, we're going to continue making sure that we're expanding in the Texas market as well as the national market.
Okay, that's exciting. That is exciting. So what do you want listeners to know about Stallion Signs, and how can they reach you if they want to learn more or get a quote?
Of course. So our biggest program is to make sure that we're working as partners and that we're not treating anybody as a transaction. Me and my team stress that to each other all the time. We're very intentional about that. And I think that that's one of our factors and why a lot of customers refer us, because they feel like they're getting that individual attention. So one of the things that I would very much want customers to know is that is our goal. We want to be a partner with you. We want you to feel proud at the end of the day about your signage, about your branding, and about your sign. If you're not proud of your sign, it means that we did not fulfill our obligation.
And how can they contact you? By phone, website?
They can contact us by phone, by email. Our website also has a contact box. However, if they call and we're unable to answer because we're otherwise busy or on the other line, I do always request everybody to leave a voicemail so that we know to call back and who we're calling back.
Yeah. And what's the website?
Our website is Stallion Signs, sanantonio.com.
Okay.
Our main website, stallionsigns.com, is currently under construction. And our phone number is 210-257-5092.
Okay.
Our email to reach us at is sales@stallionsigns.com.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. This has been a great conversation. Thank you so much.
Nina, thank you. I genuinely appreciate the opportunity, and I'm very much looking forward to connecting further with you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Big thanks again to Abdul-Qadir Cassimjee for joining me today and giving us a behind-the-scenes look at how Stallion Signs is helping businesses bring their brands to life from concept to creation. We talked about what it takes to make a business fully stand out, the common pitfalls companies make with signage, and why visibility, both physical and digital, is key to long-term success. If you enjoyed today's conversation, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode that helps you grow. And if you're a business owner or marketing director ready to strengthen your brand's visibility, whether through smart digital strategies, local SEO, or even your own podcast, I would love to help you and I can craft a plan, that gets your business seen, found, and chosen. We even have a Get Found and Get Heard package that combines organic SEO with targeted radio that helps your brand build trust, drive traffic, and generate real results. You can reach me anytime at growthmode@salemsurround.com, or you can call me at 210-526-3626. Until next time, keep pushing forward and stay in growth mode.
Thanks for listening to the Growth Mode podcast with Nina Labbe. Stay connected, keep learning, and keep growing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time on Growth Mode.
Looking to grow your business and get noticed online? Nina Labbe, host of the Growth Mode podcast and media strategist with Salem Surround, is offering a full organic SEO campaign for just $3,100 a month. Plus, for businesses located in San Antonio, Houston, or Little Rock, Nina is matching that investment with a radio ad schedule valued at $3,100 a month for the first 3 months to help kickstart your campaign and amplify your reach. It's a limited time offer, so if your business is ready to get found and grow, reach out today to get started. Email growthmode@salemsurround.com.